How's it going? Oh no. There we go. You're muted.
Did you fuck up your camera?
Hmm?
Did you fuck up your camera?
No, I nudged it that way too much. Because I was using a sticky note to cover it.
Yeah.
Keys. So you know if it's right here. Can't really tell. Considering they're blue, yeah.
I don't remember how to grab my camera here. Because for some reason, it doesn't this do.
Oh. Makes us look at you. And only you.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's live. Also, YouTube has a their progress bar for the videos turns pink.
What do you mean?
It turns pink.
I mean, what turns pink?
The actual progress bar for the video. Thought I was going crazy earlier. I wasn't.
Give me 1 second. I gotta finish. Christina wanted to be late. Gotta make sure Christina's here. All right, so I'm gonna click over real quick because I gotta set some things up on the vertical and I can't do it right now. So let's turn studio mode off, switch over to main scene. Hi. Look at, I'm saying hi like an idiot and my shit's not even showing on that side. So,
We are live soon.
We are live, that is true. This needs to be flipped horizontally. So we're live on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok again. And I added some things to make it a little bit more dynamic. So yeah. Okay, so should be good there. And then on TikTok, the only thing I got to make sure is I think that I have, I got the alerts going over Sin. So I'm gonna move them over the dice.
Also, don't forget music.
Music should be good, but I also need to make sure that I think I need to. Let me make sure I got this right. I think I got to turn this off. Someone say something. Okay, no. So it's not turn that off. It is turn this off. All right, now someone say something.
Hello?
No, I still hear you twice. Why do I hear you twice?
Hi, Beach.
Also, I'm loud.
Loud I can deal with. Why I hear you twice, I don't understand now. Because I had this working correctly last week.
Thank you.
Oh wait, or was it just this? And then... Okay, I can still hear something. Someone say something.
Hello? Can you still hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. We're good to go now. We're good. Hi, TikTok. We're live there now. Everything's good. Okay. I think we're good. So I made it so the background will dynamically change colors. I was like, oh, I see pretty heart emojis. Ugh, thanks, Adam. So the background's gonna change colors dynamically, both on here and on TikTok. And then I just gotta set up the other stuff. So while someone else other than me does recap, I'm gonna add this onto here.
Christina, do you got it? Or do I need to do... Okay. We're doing very, very minimum cliff notes.
I meant to rewatch it before we started. That didn't happen. We were busy today.
Yeah, I started to. And then I got distracted by 10 other things.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Mm-hmm. So we good to start that?
Yeah, you're good to go whenever. As
Okay.
long as Sin's good, I'm good.
Okay. Also, I haven't got a mic check from either of them, so I couldn't tell you how loud they are compared to how loud I am, but I am loud compared to you still.
I'm this loud.
How loud does that have to be?
Why would you whisper during a mic check?
Because fuck y'all.
You know, I can drive to your house, kick you in the ass, and still make it back here and not miss much content.
Just stream it on your phone. You are very quiet, Cliff. Very quiet.
Okay.
On stream. Not on here.
Okay. Don't know why, but okay. Yeah, I really don't know why, because I don't even have anything on there. Oh, that's probably why. How about now? Does that sound better? La da da da, la da da da. Or is it still quiet?
Nope.
Still quiet?
Still quiet.
Okay. Oh. Okay, now I should be good.
You are a lot louder in here, though.
For
Yeah,
some
you're good.
reason, my mic was just showing one dot on volume.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Love when that happens.
Okay. So we start last session in this ruined town on this unnamed island that we've been stuck on for the past weekish. There is this floating being. I think we found out is a wind elemental, I believe. Wind spirit. And we get to talking a little bit, and they want us to prove our worth because they are stuck here on this island in this place, because every time they try to go outside the storm, they get pulled back in here in the shard that they have. We're the first people in about 5 years to find them. So, yeah, and they want us to prove that we're worthy enough. So we fight, and we do damage, but it's when we get them to the point where there wasn't much left to do without killing them. Lumino tells us pretty much stop, and then convinces them to the wind spirit to stay in the crystal and then be there if we need them. And if it comes to the point where it harms us, then they will transfer the crystal over to Lumino. Okay, and then once that happens, the storm starts dissipating outside the circle. We start walking back. Lumino's head doesn't hurt from the crystal, even though it's right next to him. Once we get back, Ingrid lets Ignis know that the mage got the crystal working, but they need me there for some reason. So I go in there. I have to imbue my magic into the crystal in order to be able to send a message. I need the map. As soon as I can, like this. Images. Here, Atheria. The brain isn't working. The elder of Aquaria picks up the call, happy to hear from Ignis, because he's been missing for a while, and my family has been bugging the elders. So from there, they have a few more conversations after resting in between the conversations. And we get the rescue ships on the way. Get picked up. But before we get picked up, Luna has the idea to go to the other village and let them know that there's a ship coming, even though Ignis said they might be able to convince the ship captain to go over to the other village. They leave in the middle of the night. In the morning, when the ship gets there, Lumino takes stock of everybody, sees they're not there, runs off to go find them. Finds them about an hour into the trip, but say about half hour after we've already taken off. So we fly there, land there, wait for, I think it was like 6 hours. And then get there. I pretty much tell them bare minimums. You're lucky you're getting right out of here, and we get right out. And Ignis gets his own room, his special room, being a lord. Luna and Lumino get on last. Also, side note, Cliff, I don't see you in the player list at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. And they ask where I am. They find me. They find Ingrid sitting right outside my door, like letting no one in. And Luna tries to walk past. He puts his hand on her and stops her. Luna doesn't like it. Says some stuff. Then pulls up a chair and just stares at Ingrid. And that's where we end it.
That's such a nice way that you put how I handled that conflict.
Yeah, I did it. It's a very nice way I said it.
False
But I don't
lies,
remember
no kind of conflict.
I don't remember how exactly it went, so I was gonna play it nice.
Yep. So after twisting Ingrid's arm and damn near breaking it, after Ingrid slightly pushed Luna back.
No. He pushed. I made sure I clarified it was a push before I did that. Don't make me sound irrational.
Yeah, never. Not Lumino. He pulls up a chair, sits staring straight at Ingrid, and goes into his meditative, low power rest state, whatever he calls it. Luna goes downstairs, I think, sleeps on one of those beds. And Ignis is in his private quarters, a floor underneath the captain's quarters. asleep in his own bed. Cliff, do you have music now?
I do not.
Let me reset it.
Yeah, I think you gotta stop and then replay. I was gonna wait until till it just came naturally. It's a Megan.
I
Anything?
still, I
Nothing
still don't see Cliff in the players list for the music setup.
You don't see me in there at all?
No.
Maybe I have to hold on. Interact.
Oh yeah, you got to put your display name in and actually
Yeah,
enter
it's
the
kinda-
living room.
Kind of annoying. Because I just did join before and it looked like it was gonna do it. Alright, am I in now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I'll try restarting it, and then if it doesn't work, then I don't fucking know. I'll just sing. I'll just have Christina hum the whole time.
I just started it.
Okay, yep, I'm hearing it now.
Perfect. All right. So after the big, minor, small, kind of large dispute between Lumino and Ingrid, this child walks up to Ingrid, looks at him, leans in. I need to inspect for wounds. I'll be entering now. And Ingrid stands to attention, nods, and she walks right in.
What is that?
Ingrid looks ghost white, pale, standing at attention still. She is honored among many.
And where
I
was she
do not
when we were?
have permission to tell her anything.
And who gave you permission to be able to tell me anything?
Your friend, Lord Ingus. And also his family. And their family's family. And he's staying stood up, like at attention, looking a lot more stiff than usual.
I'm just staring at him.
His eyes keep darting, like from looking focused straight ahead to you, then back, then you, then back, and he's trying to maintain his soldier's position.
Okay. I'm gonna sit there until I see the door open again. And when the door opens again, I'm going to yell out. Well, not yell, but I'm going to, because like I'm picturing I'm like right in front of this guy, like a couple feet in front of him. So when that door opens, I'm gonna be basically going inside the door. I will be making an attempt to. He can try to stop me.
That's after the girl leaves, or when she like enters.
No. When she like leaves, like next time the door opens.
Okay.
So.
So, Ignis, how heavy of a sleeper are you?
Not very.
You are woken up by a soft voice near you then. A few feet away, sitting at the table and desk that you have in your corner. Lord Ignis, I need you to wake up for me.
Okay, and I wake up, and I'm not very heavy sleeping.
And you would see this bright red-eyed girl, dark skin, long white hair, and looks about 8 to 9 years old. But you might have had some interactions with her before, but you certainly know of her. She is considered on par with the elders. She is one of the last clerics in Atheria.
Would I know her name?
Sable.
Sable. What do I owe the pleasure?
I heard that this ship was going to, first off, rescue you from that island, but also be picking up a bunch of survivors. So I volunteered to come and check the wounded, provide any kind of aid that I can. Obviously, I'm going to tend to you first, but as soon as we get this over with, I need to go and look at all of the others.
No need. Wasn't even touched.
He puts a hand up. I need you to stand up so I can inspect you, please.
Grumbles a little bit and stands up.
And she goes, holds out a pendant from her shirt, and she waves one hand over you as she's holding the pendant, and you can feel divine energy. Not a normal heat that you're used to, but more of a comforting heat, something that kind of reminds you of when your mother looks over you. And she thoroughly moves her arm over your entirety of your arm, the other side, full head to toe. Oh, you're right. You're fine. I expected at least some fracture, breakage from an airship crash. Seems you were lucky.
I was in my quarters, so not much place I could have went.
She slides the pendant back into her shirt and smiles at you. Sorry for disturbing you. Go back to sleep. Do what you were doing. If anything aches or feels sore, I'll be below deck.
Thank you.
And she nods to you and starts to walk out.
As I see the door open, I'm standing up, and I'm just walking towards it.
As I see you walk towards the door, I'll point my finger at you. Where his instruction's not clear, you'll hear that in your head.
You're saying that to me?
Nope, you're getting a message in your head.
Right. So you're telling me were his instructions not clear?
If I see you walking towards the door, yes, with Ingrid standing in front of you. So I'm guessing she opens the door all the way.
Yeah. Okay, so you see me, and you just hear, Crystal.
Then you will not enter.
Okay, I'm entering.
You will get an Eldritch Blast at you.
Okay. So you're going to shoot through Ingrid at me?
Yep, Ingrid would step.
If you are approaching the door,
he approaches.
So hang on. You said you're still pushing forward. So what? You're a few feet from the door.
Yep.
I send you a message, you wouldn't have stopped walking, knowing.
Nope.
So at that point, you'd be at the door. It's one step, pretty much.
Well, yeah,
in the
but
door.
is Ingrid not going to try to stop me? He's stepping to the side and just allowing this to happen?
No, he would step like he would meet you as you start walking.
Okay. Seeing Ingrid step in the way, I wouldn't, but if he is, my hand is still up and ready. If he makes it around Ingrid.
Not in my head, out loud. You will come out and talk, or I will come in.
Didn't say I wouldn't come out. Just said you weren't coming in. All it takes is an ask. If you would have been asked, he would have asked me.
He put his hands on the little one.
Must have been a just reason.
Oh, I'm coming in. So I will attempt to force move through Ingrid if he, like, I'm not gonna try striking him or anything, but I am moving through him.
Okay. Athletics roll, please.
Sure. And as you say, then it must have been just. You see a light flicker as you see my face turn to a scowl, which is, out of this entire time, you have not seen my face turn to a scowl yet. All right. Everybody go ahead. You and Ingrid both can give me a Constitution save, please. All right. I gained 3 temporary hit points. So you see it flicker, and all of a sudden you see my eyes go black. And all of a sudden you just see this sort of burst of energy as these tendrils reach out. One of them completely wraps around Ingrid, and then you see that happen, and you're able to sort of move out of the way of it, as the second one sort of lashes past and reaches towards you. And with that, I am raging, and I will do my athletics roll.
Did you actually cast that? It doesn't look like you actually cast that, because you should have had advantage on that, if I'm not mistaken. Knowing rage.
I don't think it's for athletics. I think it's for strength saves. Is it? Let me see. Or maybe it did. Oh no, it didn't cast it. You are correct. Well, fine. Just for funsies. No. God damn it. We're gonna call it double 17s.
Why do you think I flipped you off? I've had those before, or attempted to.
I didn't. I wasn't showing you. I was showing Megan, because Megan knows the brand. I wasn't making fun of you.
Okay.
So yeah. So the first one that rolled was a 17. So I'll take the 22 instead of the 17. So, is Ingrid gonna do his
He did.
He did. Yeah. He rolled a 16.
Right beneath the 17.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was not expecting his name to be spelt like angered almost. Ingrid.
That's why it threw me off the first time.
Ingrid is Scottish. Yeah, so he grab onto me or anything like that, and I'm just gonna walk forward with him, essentially.
Okay.
So in that case, so Ingrid and Luminor just coming at me.
Yeah.
mhm.
I'll disappear. And where to go? Right, or about 30 feet behind you, or however close the room is. So, but if you're not paying attention, this is good.
Sure. Say a 19 plus danger sense. Can I attempt to throw Ingrid at Ignis as he's, because he's gonna have to be within eye. You have to see where you're stepping to, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's 30 feet.
Well, right, but we're in like a ship, so I don't assume that you have a whole bunch of room, unless I'm picturing the hall differently.
Yeah, good point, Sid.
Let me see.
Because I'm picturing something. I don't know what you're picturing. Because if what you're picturing and I'm picturing aren't the same, then it might completely change everything.
Yeah.
Inside your quarters is about 25 feet.
Not what I was thinking, but okay. So in that case, where were you when you cast your
I was on the outside.
rage?
I cast that as you basically said. Then it was probably warranted. That happened then, and then I moved in.
So would I have been within the 30 feet? Just curious.
Is it 30 feet for yours, Cliff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if yours is only 25 feet and I'm at the door, I'm thinking you're going to be within 30 feet no matter what, but...
Mm-hmm. Just curious.
Yeah, and you're not, like, back against the wall in your room either. You're
good point.
forward a little bit.
Sleeping in the corner.
I mean...
Plus, if you stood up for the cleric to be in there, I assume you were probably in, like, the middle of the room somewhere.
So in that case, knowing I didn't realize my room was that deep, I wouldn't have actually did that because that's basically going nowhere. It's going right next to him.
Yeah, you would be like within 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if he does that, I want to swing Ingrid like a weapon. Ingrid.
Alright. So what you doing, Ignis?
What is the meaning of this? Am I not allowed to have personal space just because you justify it not so?
Yep.
Your personal space, but we get what? We aid you in this entire endeavor, and you treat us like we don't exist once we get on this ship? All the little one wanted was to come in and have a safe place to lay. And this one, and I'm like moving him, I assume at this point, and this one thought it right to put hands on her.
His instructions were to not let anyone enter.
Yes.
Nothing else.
And he also said that you gave him permission to put his hands on her.
Looks at Ingrid. When did I say that?
I caused no harm. I simply moved her away from the door, my lord.
By force.
Find right tab. There it is. In that case, I feel there's been a misunderstanding and this needs to stop at once. I'm gonna try to, I roll persuasion for this.
Sure.
As soon as you say this needs to stop, Ingrid like stiffens up and like still was being dragged along.
I'm going inversely proportional to you. Oh. So, I mean. Before, like, as you say that, you say, do I have your word that he will not put his hands on her?
He'll look back at Ingrid. Does he have my word?
Ingrid, like, with his hands up now, face to face with Lumino. I will not touch the little one.
I'm going to set him down like a child. And I'm just going to turn around and walk away. I'm going to go sit back right on that chair that I was at before.
Ignis will come on out and close the door. Or Ingrid, pretty much pushing Ingrid out. And then close the door behind him.
So you're
walking
out.
Walking
You're
out
there.
outside the cabin.
Okay.
But no one else in there, just closing the door behind me.
Sure. I'm gonna sit down in the chair and just look at you, and you see the gem sort of die down in luminance, and just say, so we are not allowed to come in and see you, but the child was.
Didn't say they were.
Gonna slowly turn my head and look at Ingrid.
I didn't say they were, not weren't.
No,
I didn't say. Okay.
I
I
said
didn't
that.
say they were allowed.
Right, but they got in, the cleric.
Oh, I mixed up.
Yeah, sorry, the cleric.
The little one, not the child. Understood.
Yeah. The
Brain.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That child, as he's so. What's the word I'm looking for? Poorly put it. Is higher ranking than even me.
Rank in what?
Status. It's all this world is. Now, backstory, Sin. Would the last known clerics be publicly known that they're the last known clerics, or is it something they tried to hide?
It's not something that they try to hide, but it's not something that most of them go around boasting about.
Okay.
They
So what I'm getting at is I'm not gonna reveal this deep secret.
Yeah. For Sable, at least, if people know, she doesn't really care. It just means, like, they know to come to her for help if they know.
That is one of the last clerics in Atheria. They are honored above anyone else.
I do not honor them.
Then I hope you never need healing from them. Ever. But regardless if you do or don't, they will always heal you. They don't care. Their goal in life is for the well-being of all. she likely came in there under the Elder's orders.
What does age have to do with any of this?
I don't understand what you're meaning on age.
You speak to me about your elders. What does
The
their age
elders,
have to
not
do?
my elders. The rulers of each of the islands.
And they rule by how?
Sin?
Vague question. Each one has their own way.
Rephrase. And who gave them power?
They were selected by the actual main gems, but also they have been like celebrated by their specific people as well.
So, like, the gems of the islands chose them, is what you're saying?
And I guess Ignis would know, working with them. There has been some speculation that they were involved with the initial convergence.
So, by your definitions, I am an elder.
Have you been celebrated by your people? For, what is it, 20 plus years now, or how long?
500.
For centuries? I thought this just happened 25 years ago. I'm
No, that's the
mixing up
second one.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one that
That's the bad
created me.
one.
Yeah, okay. For centuries on centuries? Half a millennia?
So, the time that they are celebrated is what gives them their status?
They were given their status due to their selection and being where they are where they were when they where they aren't working.
So, by your standards, I should outrank you. You were not selected by a gem.
How do I know you were selected by a gem? Besides that,
Pull
being
the
in your
fucking
head.
hood back.
Now, would the elders actually have gems embedded in them, or
No. They are caretakers of where the gems reside.
seems like you were troubled by a gem, not selected? None of the other elders. Have them in the misfortune of being embedded with them.
I'm just gonna lean forward in the chair and say, "And where is your gem?"
What are you talking, like your gem, how it's embedded in your skull?
Yes, where is yours?
I don't have them. Why should I have to?
It appears that the only people you truly respect in this world are the ones that you are told to by these gems.
I didn't say I didn't respect you.
No, you showed it.
Then respect given is respect earned. Why should I respect you if you barge into my personal space unannounced, unrequested?
After nearly a week together of fighting side by side and surviving out there, I just expected.
That's the
More.
issue. You expect. Nothing is given in this world as you know it.
No. But yet you seem to have an issue with me taking.
Request is all I ask. Ask. And then you might get something. If you just go to take, what makes you different from the people who you try to kill?
What do you see that I take? I take
You-
only what is needed. I don't shack up in a quarter 4 times larger than everyone else on the ship. I don't need a manservant to follow me around. You are the one taking. You and your self-entitlement. This idea of status that you have is a construct of your own. Because outside of this order that you have, this rank means nothing. When you were on the ground, when you were moments away from a wolf at your throat, your rank meant nothing. What did mean something then was the fellowship that we had.
Do you think you'll see his face start to turn, his hair start to like flare up with actual fire? Do you think I want to be followed around by him? Do you think I don't understand the struggles of my people that I have to watch over? Do you think I care about how rephrase that last one. Do you think I don't care about the people's feelings that are below me by the societal standards that we have set here? If that were the case, I wouldn't have left him, pointing at Ingrid, at the setup we had to keep everyone there safe. I wouldn't have left with you and the little one to go do whatever we did, to go help others, to go see what was else there, to help you figure out what you have now in your possession. Applying towards
sure.
If I was as low as you were calling me, I would have made him come with me or made him go and do the dirty work.
Unless you felt him incompetent to get it done.
He is with me, and all those others were with me because of my family's decree.
So because they say, you all just do.
That's one thing that being raised in royalty that is drilled into you. You have to do what those above you tell you. If not, you're cast away to nothingness. Ingrid, will you go find Luna, please?
Sir. And walks downstairs.
Just doesn't follow him with my eyes the whole time he's walking away too.
You'll see me walk to my door, open it, go inside, sit down. Leaving the door open.
Still just gonna sit in the chair. And if you cared for your
Luna.
people as much as you say you did, you could have easily fit 4 in here.
You're right, I could. But forgive me for wanting some peace.
You are not forgiven. I'll get up and go the direction that Ingrid went.
Door's gonna stay open.
All right. As you go down below deck in the ship and Luna, you guys just see down here, and that as soon as you reach the bottom stairs, to your left and right and behind would be where the sleeping quarters are. To your left and to your right are hammocks hung in like bunk bed style. And after a few rows of hammocks, there are these large barrels looking like what are they? Like wine barrels, the size of those, but on sitting up like a normal barrel with the tops open. And you notice some people are actually in them sleeping. And looking over a few of you follow Ingrid, he finds Luna sleeping on the top of one. Actually, where did you go to sleep? Are you actually sleeping in one of the hammocks?
No, most likely I would have found like a child just probably sleeping on one of the barrels and probably laid with them to keep them warm. Because I would imagine it would be cold up in the air.
Okay. So Ingrid comes over, goes to like wake you, pauses, hands to their side again. Miss Luna, oh, would you wake, please?
I kind of just stir and be like, "Are you here to bully me some more?"
Lord Ingrid and your friends would like your company.
Lord Ingrid?
Lord Ignis.
Myself.
A man can dream.
When the master's not around, I like to think of myself that way.
And what has changed between the time that I went and spoke with you earlier to now?
I have been informed of my wrongdoings, and I would like to apologize to you. I was in the wrong. I should not have placed my hands on you.
As he was talking, I kind of like peeked out of the barrel to see who else was here.
Just me standing there with my arms crossed. Just looking at him like...
And I'm assuming his apologies is your doing? As she looks at Lumino.
No, he was ordered to.
Oh, well, that makes it so much better.
Just looking around at this place, I'm just gonna look at her and say, did you feel like these quarters gave you privacy, gave you peace?
I mean, I am sharing a barrel with a child, so not the best situation, but very cozy.
Apparently, we are too low of a rank to be afforded privacy or peace.
I don't know what ranking has to do with having your own bed. In my village, Everyone has a bed, no matter who you come from.
Yeah, well, here, you must do what everyone else says. Unless you are an elder, in which you get to tell others what to do.
That does hold sway with me. We do have elders, but they don't really tell you what to do. It's more so a parent giving suggestions. What say you? Should we go and see what Ignis wants? Oh, I'm sorry, the Lord.
Walk over and extend a hand.
I will take it.
Lift you out of the barrel.
Okay.
If I could, seeing him. No, never mind. Play that. Never mind. Didn't say anything.
Yeah, please tell me Ignis came down with us. Please tell me he did.
No, he did not.
I guess just peeking down the stairs.
No.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay, I guess we start walking.
Ingrid would lead you up.
Mhm.
I didn't hear you, City.
Ingrid would lead up. And go in front of the door, stand to the side of it, turn around, and just stiff, a little bit of sweat on their forehead, standing and staring straight.
The people that you care for seem to have much privacy, much quiet down there.
I'm assuming that was remarked towards Ignis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are here as you requested.
Growing up, very well off, you get used to a certain status quo. You're right. It isn't fair. I'm sorry that I wanted to have something that reminded me of home. A little bit of privacy that I was afforded. Okay. You're right, there can fit 4 people in here. But look around this room. 4 people, where would they fit?
Well, if I bring
I'm
down
guessing it's
some
only-
of the barrels that they were sleeping in, we could probably fit 12.
Is it only a single bed, then? Or is it a big bed?
Single bed.
Okay.
Not really like king size, but big enough.
Well, I'm thinking single bed as in like a twin size, because it is on a ship. There's very limited space.
A 25-foot room, homie.
Like I said, I'm thinking a room maybe 10 by 10 is what all I was thinking.
No, the like special chambers. You have your bed straight in the back. It like narrows in a little bit, and that's where the bed is. And to the front left and to the front right, there's one side has a desk with a chair, and the other side has like a table with like a map laid out on it.
Okay. I thought you were saying more chairs. I'm like, motherfucker, you said there's one chair in this room.
No.
What's the difference if the barrels are up here than down there?
You're missing the point. There are people below deck forced to sleep in barrels while you get 4 walls and a bed. You can't say you care about your people, but then be blind to the fact that they are sleeping in barrels.
Where would they sleep in here? If you brought the barrels up, they're still sleeping in barrels.
Ideally, I wouldn't bring the barrels up. There would be more accommodations for the people and less for the lords.
Ideally, yes. Did I make this ship? No. Did I request this ship in particular? No. I can't control what the ship's captain is ordered to do.
So order him to do better.
If he was on my orders, I would. I come from a completely different land than he does. Like I said, numerous times, the hierarchy among royalty is very particular.
If this is more of what's to come, I don't think I particularly like this.
Out of curiosity, are you next in line for wherever you stand within your family?
And have we discussed that?
No, we haven't.
Hey, give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta look at something real quick.
Also, Sin, where's the 3D diorama of the ship? Like, why don't I have like a map I can drag around and look at the ship from the different angles? And
I don't think the ship's gonna last that long.
okay.
Itchy.
That's not what I
Because you're
wanted.
sleeping in a barrel.
Yeah. Technically, would I be for my family's line?
Technically, but it's kind of complicated as well.
That's what I'm like, technically.
Easy way to answer it is your father's position something that's appointed, or is it something that's handed down? If it's something that's appointed, you're probably not necessarily next in line, because that's not how appointments work.
Yeah. Sin, how are we going about that?
You would be next in line.
Okay.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So, hang on. Now I actually gotta say this how I want to say it. If nothing changes, then yes. I am.
And then when you die, does your manservant take over?
He's nowhere in the equation.
As cute as that is not why I'm asking. I am asking to gauge whether or not this situation will continue happening in the future, because if that is the case, I think it is best we part ways.
The reason I said if nothing changes, is because as Lumino and I were talking, I have many disagreements on how it is ran. I don't know if he's told you anything or what he has told you. But we were talking about having, as he so kindly put it, a manservant. I would call it a personal guard, as that's his only job. By the books. I ask him to do other things, and he does them.
A manservant.
He doesn't have to, but he does.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, what would happen if you were to disobey?
Him?
I'm looking to Ingrid, asking him.
Did you guys come in the room? Because the door was open the whole time. Because he's still outside the door.
I would assume we would still be like kind of half in, half out.
I forgot the room's so big that we could be in here having this conversation and Ingrid not even be a part of it.
So to put it, I'm sitting at the desk. When you guys walked in, I wasn't facing you. I'm sitting at the desk writing. And then you walked in, I turned around.
Getting Willy Wonka vibes here. I said good day, sir.
Slams the door.
Also, as he's like looking at Ingrid, asking this question, I'm gonna be like, "There's a chair I could have slept on."
What did you ask me? So you guys walked in?
No, I'm half in, half out.
I don't. You tell me where we're at talking, because, I mean, obviously it wouldn't make sense for us to be like yelling across the room or anything like that. But also, we were instructed not to come in, so.
Mm-hmm. And I was never given permission to do so.
You didn't have anyone blocking you in this instance.
I'm still.
Yeah. I'm.
What would be the word? Like, not angry, but like
Put off.
Jaded.
I would say jaded, yeah.
Jaded, yeah.
I mean,
So you guys would be like both of you standing in the doorway then, because that's the only like looking in you would have. So you guys are standing in the doorway. Ingrid is 2 feet from you, just staring at the sky.
yeah. So then, as you say that, I would say to him, "And what would happen if you were to disobey him?"
Without looking at you, just staring forward. Everything I've done to reach this point in my life has been to serve the royal family.
And what would happen if you were to disobey him?
Depending on the severity, I would be stripped of my rank, cast out of Flame Tower, or up to life in prison, possible execution.
I'm gonna turn and look back at Ignis and say, "Yeah, he definitely does it because he wants to."
Nodding, just keep looking at you. You guys are welcome to come in. Izzy'll stand up and walk over to his bed. Just sit on it and sit on the end of it.
Want to follow Luna's lead.
I don't understand why everyone keeps referring to elders and lineage and everything like it's something that holds sway when my grandparents and my parents are the caretakers of my village. They hold no sway over anyone, but everyone looks to them for guidance. They are our elders, but they are not in charge.
Can I ask where you are from?
I don't think we determined an island yet. I know I'm off, like the Terra God.
You're from somewhere between Terragard and Aquaria.
Yeah, so I'm like one of like those four in between, I'm assuming, because
no
mine's a
fucking matter.
small.
No.
Igna's gonna look at you and fucking lift his nose.
What should we name it?
You could just say a small island off of.
You should
Yeah.
just say something in your language. Like, I'm from. I'm like, what? Never gonna be able to say that.
I am from a small island with no name.
And I, as you have heard plenty of, am from Flame Tower, the main island of Flame Tower. Not to say your way isn't more desirable than mine, which it sounds like it is. But there is strict order and strict hierarchy. You get told by someone in front above you to say jump, they're expected to ask how high.
Jump.
On whose authority?
Well, as one that is in possession of a gem, I outrank you.
Can I get a look between them?
You won't even budge.
I feel like this conversation is getting us nowhere. But to your credit, it does seem as though you don't hold the same values as those above you.
I appreciate the luxuries when I'm afforded them. Because it's what I'm used to, and I apologize for that. And I also apologize for how he treated you. Gesturing past everybody towards Angrid.
It's under his breath, this motherfucker. Angrid needs his own spin-off.
Upon hearing that, I'm gonna start walking inward. I don't feel like you should apologize for something you are accustomed to. To be fair, I should have asked to come in and not demanded. I'm just gonna kind of like get ready to sit on the chair and kind of like curl up.
You'll get a nod. As you walk near it, you'll get a nod.
I'm also gonna look back at Lumino.
Still just standing by the door. So what's next?
Honestly, I have no clue. Once we get somewhere, once we get to Aquaria, I'm likely going to be ushered away to probably speak with my family. Which, if you don't mind, I would like to speak to my family, as they are still my family. I don't know how much access you'll be given, even with my influence of me trying to keep you with me. If you'd like to come with me, that is.
I'm sure we'll be given a barrel.
Can
Sorry,
I glass?
it's not Ignis. Ignis is keeping a straight face for the most part. Like,
I want to look at Lumino and be like, I don't think that was warranted.
The barrel? No, that was a luxury.
Can we, at the very least, try and get some sleep?
did you not sleep well? Genuinely asking. I understand the accommodations weren't the best, and I can see if they have any cots I can have ready. But
No. Why is the music speeding up?
You're not playing that one song, right, son?
It's throwing me off.
I didn't even do anything. It just stopped. It's like, all right then.
I fucking knew it.
Right.
As
This
you
is
were
like
asked
its
if,
10th repeat too.
as you were asked if you didn't sleep well in the barrel with multiple people, the music was like. Doop, 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 doop.
All Ignis knows is what you've mentioned being the barrels, not the multiple people per barrel.
Mm.
Okay. He was told that
he didn't say anything like that.
No.
His snark
No,
remarks are very not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not helpful.
Wasn't Ignis only told about what was Ignis told about other sleeping quarters? Remember he was told something.
That there's places for people to sleep downstairs.
Okay.
So how different is the layout of this ship than like a flame tower ship?
So there's no barrels.
You motherfuckers don't even give them barrels? Wow.
There is a specific reason for the barrels in this one. But it's, for the most part, these ones, although this one's not like a high-end ship, is built sturdier than the ones from Flame Tower, because most of these ships are built either from Aquaria or how the fuck did I even pronounce that before?
Atheria?
Yeah. The fuck did I write?
So, are the ships that Ignis is accustomed to more high end than this one?
They look more high end.
And their
How
crew
often
quarters
would Ignis
are.
have traveled off world or off island?
Probably not often.
So you would even know like what the ships look like. Okay.
I feel like I would on a variety of other ships, but generally he wouldn't be exploring the ships as
Let's
it
say he
was
just never
on
went
business.
below deck.
Right.
No, he hasn't.
So where does Ignis sleep? Or not Ignis, but Ingrid.
He
He
don't,
hasn't.
apparently.
No, he's been on watch, and this is supposed to be like maybe a day's journey. So he's just like, I'll be on watch until the Lord gets up. Then I'll go take a rest.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. But yeah, this would work. Okay.
Alright.
He'll holler. Hey, Ingrid,
My lord,
you're relieved. Go sleep.
as you wish.
Rolls his eyes.
It pauses for a second, like moving his arm around, then just goes.
And where are his quarters?
Probably the same as yours.
Gonna turn and look at the chair. So,
That
do you not know where
Luna's
his
currently
quarters
sitting
are?
in? The chair
No.
Luna's currently
No, she's sitting in your chair. I had a chair outside the door that I sat in all night long staring
chair.
at Ingrid.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say, so you don't know where his quarters are?
His quarters, from my experience, are below deck, yes. Keep in mind,
And you're fine with that.
usually there are individual sleeping arrangements for every person on the ship. Being that we were a rescue mission, there is less room than normal.
So it is not common practice to have multiple people inside of barrels sleeping.
That is the first I'm hearing of this.
If only you had the ability to see what was going on around you.
So about, oh, hang on. So he got on the ship, and and turned to trace his steps. Like, as soon as I got on the ship, I was instructed where my quarters were, and that there were sleeping arrangements for others. I came in here, and I went to sleep. And then, as Sable came in is when I woke.
You have
I haven't-
all of these freedoms, but you take none of them to discover for yourself.
I haven't had to.
You say you want things different than how it is, but yet you allow things to continue the way they are.
As I said before, not my ship. I can't control this ship. If this were my ship, we would be going back to Flame Tower. Or to Celesta, even. Because I'm pretty sure that's what all of our end goal was, to be in Celesta. I understand that there is not enough space on every ship for a room like this. On a rescue ship, I wasn't expecting a room this big. I don't know what I was expecting. But did you see me complain about sleeping outside with everybody else back on that island? Did you see me make my own little room that I had to keep everybody out of?
No, but I see you now.
I have the ability now. I was offered this. I was raised like this. I just expected this. Tell me you don't have habits. When you have habits, hard to break, aren't they not?
I do not know that I have habits.
He'll just glance over at Luna. Do you understand my meaning?
I do, but I feel like continuing this conversation is only going to make things more heated at this point. It is hard. Coming from somewhere that isn't have the same values as you and trying to explain them is definitely different. And to be honest, it does make me feel apologetic to you and your upbringing.
You saying this to me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want your apologies because your upbringing was clearly worse than mine because of the luxuries I was provided. I don't know if you ever struggled, but I can tell you only time I struggled was when I was in school and I wasn't given hand-me-downs because of my title. Or not hand-me-downs, give-me's for my title. Yes, I went to a separate school than most commoners, but it was still a school of upper class. Sorry, Cliff, what were you saying?
I was just being a smartass.
Okay.
I am going to scoff at the fact that when he stated that, fuck, that I struggled,
I said I don't know if you struggled.
but the way you worded it made me
Yeah,
scoff.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
And kind of look at him and be like I stated, this conversation is only going to anger us more. And you cannot struggle for something if you've never seen or I had a whole wording behind this, god damn it.
Adam gets it.
I get this way too often. I have words that are there and then I go to say them and they're gone.
Oh, you cannot want for something that you have never had. Growing up, we had everything we needed. We did not want for more. We did not need for more. We had food, we had a roof, and we had family. And that was all that mattered to me during that time. Now, seeing everything as it is, I can see that there are extras and luxuries that we did not have. But had I not known of this, it would not have made my life any less than.
As to not continue this conversation as requested, do you see us? Do you both see us as continuing on together for now at least, or do you wish we part ways?
I'm gonna slowly turn and look at Luna.
Yeah.
I feel like, given the situation that we just came out of, we were all high strung and we may have pushed the boundaries of each other. But now that we've had a rest, albeit small, I do not see why we cannot continue.
Look at Lumino.
I want to see you live the words you speak. And then I'm going to look at him in the eyes and say, "My lord," and then turn around and walk out.
Before you go, want to let you know there are some things I cannot fully control.
On that, you and I agree.
That's it.
Just gonna walk back in the hallway and sit down in my chair.
So is it like a hallway, or where is he sitting? Is it in a hallway, or is it? Yeah. How's that? Muted.
There's a main deck. There's a little bit of an upper deck where it goes. There's stairways going to the top. Underneath those stairways are where your quarters are.
Okay.
On top of your quarters is another set of stairs. Inside those stairs are the captain's quarters, and on top of those is the wheel. I don't know what I forgot what it's called.
So technically, he's just sitting on the main deck.
Mhm.
Okay.
But there's like stairs on the left and right of him, so you're in like a little partially enclosed area.
Okay.
Ye old steering wheel of boat.
Are you still sitting in the chair backwards, facing in, or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Well, I would say it's not backwards. Like the chair's pushed against the wall, and I'm sitting in it, but still facing the door. Sit down, my normal kind of knees or elbows on knees, lean forward, and just kind of staring into the room.
You gotta wait for Luna to get back. Because so what he'll do is he'll get up, ask Luna if offered, or if I can, would you prefer a cot to continue sleeping in here instead of the chair? And then I'll just ask this pretty much the same question to Lumino.
There are others that need the bed. I do not.
Can you understand me not offering my room to others who I do not know? As close as I know you and her?
I understand the notion, but do not understand why you need a room of this size to yourself. When there are people crammed into barrels, one person having this much room to themselves seems unjust.
Can I ask your opinion on the captain's quarters then? Captain having quarters this big? Or bigger?
Would you like me to go talk to him?
No. I just want your opinion of it.
I come from a land where we have no more than we need. I would not even have imagined a room this size for one person. This is large enough for a family home, but yet this is your temporary quarters for a night. I encourage you to go below deck. Look at what the people that you say you care about are faced with right now. And then you tell me if a quarters this size is fair for you or anyone else. I'm not asking you to make a change. I'm merely asking you to go observe.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe I ever said this was fair. This is me asking.
No,
Oh, okay.
you've basically been your character's
Yeah.
so tone deaf to just the whole situation that it's like
Uh-huh.
it's like, yeah, it's not fair, but like it's like what I'm entitled to.
Mm-hmm. I know it is not fair. Where you come from, was there a hierarchy at all? Or is everybody equal?
Where I come from, the people that looked out for others were struck down by those with luxury who wanted to get more. The people that I knew were killed by people looking for this. And they would have killed me too, had they been able to.
So were you mainly alone before that happened? Or was it something where the people you knew were like your family?
I had only known one family. And now, point to the ribbon tied to my arm, and then the axe on my back. Say, this is all I have to remember them by. And people who claim the same order and rank as you were the ones that were sent to kill an innocent child and her father. And I'll pull out the necklace that I had before. Kind of just like toss it to Ignis.
Try to catch it.
Don't say you try to catch it. Why do you say shit like that? Just catch it.
Yeah, catch it. Does it take you a second to dig for it?
No.
Like,
It's
no?
around my neck. Like, it's literally just kind of like pop it
Okay.
off and just throw it.
Okay, then yeah, you'll catch it with these then.
That is the mark of the people. Tis why, when we first met, I asked your affiliation with them. Because had you been a part of them, we would not be having this conversation. I do not know the life that you come from, nor the little one's life. But I do know that this world is not fair. And I don't care of the elders you speak of, the ranks you speak of. None of that matters to me. All I care is finding others that share the ideals of them and making sure that they can hurt no one else.
I know in my family and those around me, I don't know anyone with this that honors and carries this. And I agree what they did was despicable. Go to hand it back.
Take it, put it back on. And all I know is that these gems, they call to me in a way, whether that be through my own or something other. And if they are coveted enough to kill innocents for them, then they need to be kept out of the hands of the people who have no regard for others.
I agree.
In general.
So as long as you agree, you and I have a common interest. I don't understand your ways, and from what I know of them, I don't like your ways. But if you live the words that you speak, I have hopes that you will help sway the unjust.
I would just like you to know that before I rewind, didn't say that. Your plan for people who carry those is to kill them, correct? On site?
Yes.
Only thing that I would do different, I try to use my words before I use my weapons.
They have said all they need say with their actions. Anyone who can idly stand by and slaughter the innocent, whether they do it themselves or they allow others within their companionship to do so, they do not deserve the words.
Grim nod and walk off.
Walk off where?
Depending on Luna's answer to the question I would have asked.
Before or after that conversation?
Before we walked away, I'm like, I gotta wait for you, but then we had that conversation just because you were gone. Before walking out to that conversation, I would have asked you, if I can get one, would you prefer a cot to sleep in until we get to our destination?
Nope, I'm good in the chair. I mean, I might move over to the corner of the bed, but no, I'm good.
May I request that you don't move to the bed?
You may. feel like a little gremlin right now. No, but
Let me rephrase that. Will you please not?
there's your request. I will not.
Thank you. Then he'll just walk back in the room in that case and just sit at the edge of the bed, or actually, yeah, he'll sit at the go to the desk, grab his writing thing, sit at the edge of the bed.
As you turn around and start walking back towards the room, I'll say, but I really think you should take a look below deck.
I will request a blanket though.
Do I have extra blankets?
I feel like you would have a few.
I would think so.
Got a whole pile of them in the corner. Like, oh yeah, sure, I can grab one of these, I guess.
You probably have like a single change of sheets. In case the upper class want to, dirty their sheets.
I will see what I can do.
I'm gonna kind of snuggle in the chair and just get up to you.
Okay. Him saying that, he'll walk into the room, package up his writing supplies, tuck them away. I will do that after I can see if I can acquire a blanket for the little one. Then he'll walk upstairs, try to find the captain to request a blanket.
These motherfuckers are crazy.
Give me a perception roll.
Clicked on the wrong button. Nope.
Give me another one.
You don't see shit.
I don't know. I don't think. Yeah.
I'd like to take this opportunity to make a sneak attack on him. Caught him slipping. No.
What is the damage on that? Okay. Okay.
All right. Also, for no reason, are you like mage armored up? Because it says you have the 3 AC on your.
Hang on. How long does it last? 8 hours. Yes. Seeing the way Lumina would have been coming into the room, you would have.
One stomp and it's just
Bitch. Gotta remember, I have no armor besides that.
I don't either.
But that was a choice.
Okay,
It
so
was a choice, yes.
We can get bare naked and wrestle. Let's go.
With my -1 to strength. I poke from a distance.
Me too, but for other reasons.
you look outside, don't see the captain anywhere. Walk up the stairs to your right. Walk up the stairs to where the what the fuck is it called? I know it's not called a wheel. The helm.
Yeah.
Or some.
That's the helm.
Yup, just the helm.
Yeah, so you walk up to the helm. Don't see the captain there. You do see a water genasi steering though. And as you walk up, she like lets go of the wheel, puts one arm against it, looks at you. Hey, hothead.
What would be a common insult name back?
An insult?
Like how they called me a hothead, but reverse.
Bubble brain, I guess.
Okay. My brain went blank when you said that.
What's up, you soggy bitch?
Nope, it's just gonna be, what's up, Bubbles?
And she like looks you up and down. You need something?
Wondering if I could get a blanket for one of my friends.
She like stares at you for a second. Don't you give off enough heat?
Takes the right type of situation.
I can imagine. She like walks over to you and like keeps her gaze as she walks past. Don't move. I'll get you a blanket.
Watches the whole way.
Exaggeratingly swings her hips as she moves.
Not watching in that way.
Now with a nat 1, you're not.
They go down near where the captain's quarters are. Go into one of the boxes there. Pull out an extra change of sheets and walk back up to you. Pushes them against your chest. Try not to singe them.
Hang on.
My first thought was they were going to catch fire.
He'll hold it with one hand like this as he produces flame and just starts bringing it close and just puts it out before it actually touches.
He like takes one step back. Careful. Otherwise we both go up in smoke.
Thank you. Walk back down. Just take the blankets or take them to Luna. They already sleeping?
Yeah. I would just be like kind of just curled up, just like looking around at everything.
This is what I could get. Just hand them over.
Yeah, and look at him and take them. Thank you. I appreciate the effort. And kind of glance at Lumino real quick.
Give you a nod.
So, just for my clarification, is it daytime or nighttime?
Sun setting.
Okay.
Stepping out, he'll close the door most of the way, but there'll still be a decent gap, and then this is not something I like to admit, but where were you in the ship? Where did I be going?
Just kind of like points down to where the stairs are at. Just follow the stairs. You can't miss it.
Go and walk down there.
See the same thing they do. The bunk bed laid out hammocks in a few rows leading behind the stairs, and in between sets of bunk beds you see these pretty large barrels, and some of them have an actual person laying inside of them.
He'll walk the length of it. Just taking it in.
What the fuck's Ingrid at?
Ingrid's passed out on one of the lower hammocks. He, as you walk, like, are you walking anywhere except for the sleeping quarters? Or are you walking all the way up and down?
I'm gonna try. I assume people are sleeping. I'm gonna try to just be quiet and just. You said walk around the perimeter almost. That's something I could do.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you like take a left as soon as you come down from the stairs and head towards the back of the ship, and it's like in a U. There's as soon as you first head down, there's mostly sleeping quarters just against the walls. But then as you actually pass where the stairs would go up, there's more sleeping quarters on the inner and outer side. And it looks like almost every single one of the hammocks is filled up with someone sleeping. Like a quarter of the barrels have people sleeping in them.
Where's the dude that I broke his fucking arm?
He is in a hammock.
Nah. He's gonna have to move to a barrel.
How is the mage situated?
You don't really spot her at first, but like as you like remember, you're like, oh, where is she? You look around. One of the hammocks has like kind of a little wall built with not like high up or anything, but like there's 3 or 4 suitcases surrounding one of the hammocks and a person laying in it with the sheets pulled over their heads.
Very demure.
Chuckle and keep
very
walking.
Mindful.
Now, is there another set of stairs, like one set that I could go down and then another set on the other side I could go back up, or is it just the same set of stairs?
Same set.
So yeah, he'll take the walk through and then he'll come back up.
Unless you say something, I'm not saying anything. Just gonna look at you.
He has a puzzled look on his face. And he's not gonna say anything, he's just gonna walk past and... Go kind of just lay on the edge of the bed, or lay on the bed. Not going to sleep, just thinking.
Yeah. And unless anything else happens, I'm in fucking low power mode.
Mm-hmm. Just sitting there, thinking.
I feel like Luna would have been asleep by now.
Unless anything happens, anyone says anything, the last of the sunlight fades away. The 2 moons come up in the sky, and both of them in the sky together give the surrounding clouds and area around you a dimly purple hue. And besides the occasional shout at someone to go and pull some rope or latch something down, all you hear for the most part is just footsteps back and forth. Then, if anyone is staying up for an extended period of time, um, about an hour after the sun goes down, you hear the captain's voice barking orders.
Hearing that, Ignis will get up and walk outside, trying to be quiet but not sneaking. Just trying not to wake anyone.
Everything all right?
Coming to see what the commotion was. And look out. Guessing you're getting close to land. Right?
You don't really see any land, but you do see the captain, hands in pocket, walking the length of the ship, looking at different people, barking orders at each of them.
He's gonna stand there and lean against the door frame and just watch.
He walks to the full front of the ship, starts making his way back to you, stopping at. It looks like he's stopping at each individual crew member, and talking to them a little bit before he moves on and continues walking, and eventually makes his way to where your quarters are, about to head up to the stairs. Sees you standing in the doorway, looks at you, grabs his the sides of his coat and curtsies. Have a good sleep, did ya?
It was okay. Better than it was on the ground, but yeah.
He looks at your quarters door and off into the distance. As sometimes it feels like there's not much difference between these beds and the ground.
Slowly turn my head and look at the captain.
You have no idea that it's 10 times what the ground will ever be, even on the softest of sand. I'm assuming Flame Tower has sand.
Mhm.
Because, hot, fiery. I don't know.
Black beaches. Probably don't want to go into what they consider the water, though.
Little spicy water.
I feel like most of this stuff would be made out of glass, like their buildings and stuff.
Obsidians.
You can go swimming in it, but only once.
He walks up, leans against the railings of the stairs, crosses his arms, and just looks at you. You seem troubled.
Do you not have enough beds on your ship for everyone?
We have plenty. For my crew, a second ship, and a third ship, we're making do.
How many people did we have? 10, maybe?
Yeah, there was 5 from one, 5 from another.
Now that we determined ours had 8. No.
8 and 3.
Oh yeah, there was those 5, then you 3. So 8.
8, and then was it 3 or 4 from the other camp?
That was 5 from the other camp.
Was it 5?
8 and 5.
Okay. In what? 13 has people sleeping in barrels. 13 more people.
The people. He like stands up. The people in the barrels. I take it there's not many situations like that in Flame Tower. Some of our crew members here, native to Aquaria, require to be submerged for an extended period of time. The barrels are say they can rejuvenate themselves.
Just nods.
How many other rooms are there, like the one that Ignis is in?
Just the captain's quarters. Everything below deck is like completely open.
Thank you for getting us.
He like rubs the railing. She's not for luxury. She's for speed.
Same, Captain, same.
There would be physical cues on Ignis that he's pretty much done with the conversation.
Hands back in his pocket, wide swing of the legs to the side, and starts walking.
Is he water genasi too?
No, he's a blue-skinned tiefling.
Gotcha.
Is it safe to assume it's morning?
Depends on if everyone's going to sleep.
It's not mornings. It's still purple. See, it's night.
I'm fine with sleeping. As long as everything's calmed down on the deck, I'll be sleeping. Don't go ahead and sleep.
I'm always sleeping, so I'm fine.
Where is...
So they're trying to start combat.
Oh. I just can't find something. Ah, fuck it. Well, I don't even know where this would be anymore. Fuck. Luna, you said you were going to sleep too then? Everyone goes to sleep, and again, all you hear throughout the night is the occasional yelling at someone to secure something, a little bit of shaking of the ship from hitting some turbulence, and lots of stomping back and forth pretty much all around you. Then everyone wakes up in the morning. The sun's out, the purple hue of the sky is gone, and everyone's awoken by the ship rustling about a bit more than usual. And if anyone comes out, they see the crew running back and forth, some of them messing with the sail lengths, slowly lowering or raising the sail to a close. And if you look over the railings of the ship, you do see that you are coming in for a landing.
Thought you were about to say we're gonna crash again. I was like, God damn it, Finn. And we're coming to, I was about to say Aquaria, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Why does this spawn the map so big?
Because this is 4,000 pixels large.
Well, no, like the box for the map is so big. The map fits, except the box is like 10 feet down off the screen.
Remember, I want to go here. Where are we at?
Pearl Bay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, ship slowly starts coming down, circling the area, looking for a safe spot to land. You hear the captain yelling out, "We're going in for a water landing, boys. Pull up the side sails. Get ready." Then starts yelling to the left and the right side to pull them in at equal lates slowly. The more they descend, everyone's running around. Is anyone out and about? Muted.
Hearing water landing? No.
I'll still sit in the chair. Get jostled about. Just...
What, you know my new bodyguard?
No, I'm not there for you.
I know.
And after about half an hour, slowly descending, circling around Pearl Bay, and moving towards the rider side of it, coming in to one of the docks, the captain yells out, "All right, everyone, brace yourselves." And a few seconds, there's a big crash. Water shoots up on the left and right of the ship, and everyone gets like pushed forward a little bit by the loss of momentum. Then, after the rocking of the ship stops, you coast forward and arrive at Pearl Bay.
I'm sorry, you totally ruined the immersion by calling it the left and the right of the ship and not by actually calling it port and starboard.
Starboard.
So.
Mhm.
I have so many things pulled up, I couldn't pull up that to figure out which side's which anymore.
Port is on the left because only 4 letters.
Ooh, fancy pants.
I don't have that memorized. It wasn't drilled into me for 2 months.
All right, it's a good way to look at it. I like mnemonic devices like that.
Hmm. The ship continues, or the crew continues to run around a little bit. Some of them throwing the ropes over to the deck. Some of them jumping off, grabbing the ropes, tying up the ship. And a few more minutes, and everything comes to a halt, and people stop running back and forth. And you see the water genasi come down from one of the masts and start heading inside. You hear her yelling from below deck for everyone to get up. Everyone's we're touchdown. Everyone's safe to come up and start unpacking.
Pretty much get up and get out.
And as everything comes to a halt and everyone's getting their stuff, the captain, still at the helm, is leaning on the side of the railing that everyone's docked, and he's just leaning against it, one arm, one elbow on it, hand up to his chin, watching you and you three as you move about on the deck. You say you're gonna like immediately just get to land.
Pretty much. No, I'll nod my thanks. Thank you again.
Holds up his hand. Remember the compensation, young lord. I'll look forward to it.
See what I can do.
He gives a nod and continues to just watch his crew. You see the survivors, the rescuees, all come out from below deck, all of them with some kind of suitcase or bags or something, and start throwing them onto the deck and sliding down the rope ladder.
You'll make sure everyone else is off and accounted for. Then he'll go climb down. Not necessarily waiting on the other two with me. I don't know what their plans are.
Shit, me neither.
If no one woke me up, I'm probably still sleeping.
You would have been woke up.
I'm sure you'd have woke up when we did the water landing and you were jostled out of your chair.
It fell out of the floor. If you weren't awake already by the yelling and screaming.
No, I'm a deep sleep, remember? Last time we had...
Yep.
Whoops. Wrong group. Hold on.
Hmm? Oh. What tab is that in? That one.
It doesn't
I
look
gotta
anything
find
like,
them.
doesn't look anything like smoke.
No.
I couldn't find a way to pull it out in Fantasy Grounds, so there you go. So, as everyone's leaving, and you said you're going to be the last ones down.
I'm gonna make sure everybody else gets off before I make sure everybody is there and not missing.
You see the both the captain and the first mate now leaning against the railing, both watching you. Everyone finally makes their way off. Last three on it are you three.
Okay, well. Let's see about getting to Celesta now. I climb off.
So everyone climbs off, makes their way to the dock. A long line, crowd of people walking inland. As soon as they make their way to the beach, they're kind of spreading out, going to the kind of just going, some of them sitting in the sand, some of them going through the belongings again, a few of them heading towards the gates of town.
Look at the others.
What are we to do here?
I'm not sure. But I do know where I'm needed in Celesta. But I feel I should also thank those here who actually sent the ship to come get us. Or else we'd still be out there.
we were all on a ship to Celesta, right?
Mhm.
So say to him, and will the little one and I have passage to Celestia with you?
I will make sure of that. No doubt.
Your footsteps run up behind Ingrid with his bag secure, just not saying a word, just standing a few feet behind everyone now.
How was your sleep?
Adequate.
I saw.
As you guys walk down the deck towards the beach, give me a perception roll, all of you.
Like I said, I don't gotta be looking for anything. I have other people to do that for me. So, question then. In the barrel that Luna slept in, was there water in it?
No,
I would imagine no.
no, I don't think
Okay.
she would be in it.
Okay. It just happened like, wait a second.
Lumino. Down near the gates to the city, you see, in all intents and purposes, a short-haired Lumino standing there, arms crossed, looking in your direction. Or Ignis. Short-haired Ignis.
Okay. I was very
I
confused.
was so lost there.
Looking at your name as I said that.
Oh.
Look over to Ignis and say, is that your kin?
Father? I'm guessing?
Nope.
No? Uncle?
Mm-hmm. You get closer as you walk up, and Lumino, you notice that he's more your size than Ignis's size.
Uncle?
Where did my notes go?
Darius.
Yep,
Where's
I'm
my
just.
super suit?
You walk up, and he's just like looking at you, and then to Lumino, then down to Luna. What have you been up to, child?
There was, from what I was told, negligent flyers out there that crashed into us in a storm.
And he like leans back and nods. I see. Looks down at the other two again. Do you mind if I have a word with my kin in private?
We're not gonna stop you, but you sort of seem to accompany him.
I think they're asking us to leave them, little one.
You can stay
yeah.
here. We will walk off. You don't need to do anything.
I won't keep him from you for long. I just need a quick word.
Where should I meet you guys?
I feel like a sweet treat. Let's see if we can hunt down some ice cream over the week.
I didn't get any of that.
Yeah, your mic sounded so weird. But I heard sweet treat.
An ice cream. That's all I heard.
After hearing that, I would look at Lumino and be like, I would like a sweet treat. I'm trying not to talk right now. Sweet treats. If we could put down something to eat.
Come on, little one. Let's find you something sweet.
Standing there with his arms crossed, who looks at them walk. Ingrid, fuck off. Ingrid just nods and walks away. Ignis, walk with me.
Mm-hmm. I'll start walking.
Now, again, I ask you, what happened?
What do you mean?
Was it truly negligence?
From what it looked like, they were going to try to fly their ship away. Big ass hole in the bottom of it.
This light grin. You gonna let them?
What was that?
You didn't let them?
The short one. Their name's Luna. They don't let anyone be left behind. And I couldn't disagree. They went about it a little different than I would have, but everyone's still here.
Your caring heart's gonna keep getting you into trouble.
What do you mean, keep getting me into trouble?
I'm just saying, we expected you back a few hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that little predicament cost some time. But do you think it was the right thing to do?
If they would have flew their ship off that island, it would be unnecessary lives lost. We already lost most of the crew when we crashed. Why lose more?
He stays quiet and just nods as he walks.
How's mother?
I'm avoiding at the moment. She knows you're safe now. It's better. She's calmer.
And father?
Working.
When isn't he? Did he even notice I was gone?
Of course. But you left at a difficult time.
Does he know why I'm going to Celesta?
No.
Okay.
I'm aware your father appointed you specifically for this mission,
Mm-hmm.
so it must be important. But also, if he didn't do it himself, you must also be aware that what he is doing is important also.
Yeah, I understand that much. But still,
Ingrid is being reassigned.
okay.
This whole incident, because we had to get some of the elders involved, isn't really looking too good for anyone. He's not. We're not dumping the blame on anyone. Negligence, as you say. But me, your mother, agree that a shift is necessary. I more so say, why do you need someone looking after you?
I'd rather didn't have anyone. They would just. Because I know mother and father don't appreciate all the decisions I make. They're just another person to go tattle.
Well, it took a little bit of convincing. Your sister backed me up. And for now, until you return home, at least, you're going to be on your own.
What about getting us to Celesta?
That's all been arranged personally by that where is it at? Elder Barrows.
Including my friends?
I'm sure that won't be an issue.
Okay.
How was your flight here?
Eye-opening.
He like stops and looks at you.
That ship not have enough room for all of its people? Especially knowing it's going on a rescue mission? Little one had to sleep in a barrel with someone.
That's unfortunate. I expected more from Darius.
He tried to say some of them need to be in water for the barrels. But I feel like if that was the case, all the barrels would have water.
I'll have a word with him about it.
Get a nod.
Actually heard he was the one assigned to retrieve you, and I was already out here doing business. I know him from a while back and wanted to go thank him, but I think now a simple thank you is going to turn into a little bit of a conversation.
Have you spoke to Ira recently?
Not recently, no.
Okay.
Just during the one meeting I had with her, your mom, the brief time with your father.
Okay. If you see her, let her know I'd like to talk to her.
He nods. I don't think I'm going to be back home anytime soon.
That's
you
fine.
are probably going to return to Flame Tower sooner than I am, even after your stop in Celestia.
Business out here?
Some of the elders are moving about, and I'm conferring and relaying information between their forces. It's nice to. They say it's nice to have someone not attached that still has ties.
Yeah.
But Barros is expecting you. He should know whenever you landed. So try not to keep him waiting. I have business south of here, so I will be off probably with Darius as soon as he refuels his ship in a few days.
What was his name again? Bear.
Darius?
No, the other one. The who's waiting at me?
Barros.
Yeah, I guess Barros. Is Barros here or he off?
He's still in the capital.
Oh.
In Aquarius proper.
Okay.
I don't envy you having to go there.
Yeah. Any advice?
He looks down at you. Longer boots.
Okay.
Stops walking, puts a hand on your shoulder. You don't look any worse for wear. Good job.
I had a lot of help from those two. Really opening my eyes to something, so.
It's good that you're getting out. Pats you and turns and starts walking down the dock.
Walk inside the city.
A few steps. You hear him from behind you. Darius, you fuck! He starts climbing up the ladder.
Your uncle's kind of a hothead.
There's that extra compensation for you, Darius.
Riding out that 21 perception, can I find like an ice cream shop or something inside of Pearl Bay?
Close everything so I can see the map again.
What, you don't have Fantasy Grounds on 4 screens at once?
Not 4, no. Yeah, you could find some kind of sweet shop and they'll sell ice cream there.
And then sidebar, just keeping my eyes open if there's like any seekers of ascendancy here or anything.
nothing playing out in the open that
That's
you can
good.
see.
That's good. That's probably for the best for everyone involved.
So, lots
Where in
of.
Where on the map is the capital? Is it the big giant 4 pillars right here?
Yeah, that's capital.
Okay.
That is. The city is called Aquaria, but then the islands are called Aquaria.
Aquaria, like New York, New York.
Mm-hmm. all of the islands and their capitals are like that.
Okay.
So it's like
oh,
the
you're going to
domain of
Aquaria?
Aquaria, and these are just the like satellite boroughs of it.
Like, oh, you're going to Aquaria. You're not just
Yeah.
going to Aquaria.
Yeah. Get a lot of funny looks from my family if I say that much. I'm going over there from leisure. Oh, excuse you? Why?
So is Aquaria like all in water?
Most of it, yeah. You wouldn't know this, but yeah, there's a lot of it in water and a lot of it under the water.
And then like
It's-
looking at the map, all of these like the dark blue, are these like floating like oceans or floating bodies of water?
Yep.
Okay. And like from like where we are, can we see like the edge of the water or anything, or is that like too far out for us to be able to see?
Too far.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys arrive on a beach. Palm trees, not a lot nearby. Seagulls flying overhead. You hear the constant sound of like a distant waterfall. And you see these not incredibly high, but walls surrounding Pearl Bay with like these small umbrella stand-esque little huts and shops on the outskirts of the wall, and as you enter, it's just larger versions of those that actually make up the buildings. So lots of tapestry and cloth roofings and little lean-to-esque huts.
Yeah, so I'll be keeping my eyes open for any that have sweets, ice cream specifically, unless Luna sees something like that catches her attention more, and that's where we would go then. I'm also going to be trying to be paying attention to what everybody's wearing, because the things that I'm wearing are for me to be able to keep a low key, like with the common people. And if what I'm wearing is completely standing out amongst the crowd of people, I would also try to find some place that sells just common threads that I could get.
So for the most part, everyone's wearing kind of like baggy, flowing outfits. Lots of people sleeveless, or some of the people that look more adapted to the water are actually walking around either shirtless or with like a bodysuit.
But what about the people that have hoods on? What do they look like?
You do notice a few people with hoods up. It's kind of like a vest coat, real baggy and flowing. Like the sleeve holes are like a lot lower on them, and the whole thing just looks like a thrown over cloth.
Okay, I'll look for like a place that's selling that too, if they have any like street vendors or anything that have it. Otherwise, it would have to be somewhere we see in passing. Like I'm not like diverting to go into stores or anything. But if there's any like street stalls or anything that have it, I would look for something like that.
Yep. You would actually see something like that on the outside walls,
Okay.
and that's where you would find the ice cream area too.
Sure.
Lots of frozen fruits and shaved ice with like juice. on it.
I'd take note of the clothing place, go to the frozen treats, and basically just tell Luna, like, pick whatever you like.
Sorry, I couldn't put my mouse for a minute. Upon, was it kind of going back to like the whole conversation we had earlier? Like I am not familiar that there are different options when it comes to sweets, so I'm definitely going to be overwhelmed in this situation with all these different things that I could possibly purchase, but also wary because I don't know what they taste like.
Well, if it's a bunch of frozen fruits, just like point out, like, I see many berries like you had back on the other island.
Upon hearing you say that, kind of like take a breath and like relax a little bit because I was tensing up. Like yes, I think a plain ice cream with some assorted frozen fruits sounds delicious.
Relay that over.
Yeah, now so I'm just gonna order what let's see.
So what were you getting?
Ice cream with frozen fruit.
Yes,
Sure.
assorted frozen fruit.
So, you get your ice cream. You want actual ice cream, not like the frozen shavings, ice shavings.
I don't feel like that's something my village would have had, so I'm gonna stick with the frozen ice cream.
Okay. And as you're ordering, are all the fruits okay? We got coconut, pineapple, sea grape, bananas, mangoes, guavas.
Again, become a little overwhelmed. Whatever three you think would go best together.
All right. So he cuts up some of the mango, the pineapple, and some papaya. Puts it in a little cup, hands it over to you, gets another cup of ice cream, hands them both over.
I'm going to take both of them and kind of just like wander off like a little happy dance.
Three silver.
And put one gold piece on the table and just kind of walk away.
He just like holds it and stares at it, and by the time he realizes you're walking away, he's like, "Thank you."
And then I'm gonna walk over to the clothing area there too and get an outfit to blend in a little bit better.
And
Just tell him, like, we just landed and we've been on a deserted island for a few days. I'm just looking for something to refresh my current outfit.
you and the little one, or just you?
Turn around, see her running off with the ice cream. Just me.
She like pulls over some of the stands. These ones might fit you. Like slides over a few of them. These ones might fit you. based on what you're wearing right now, I think you might enjoy these. And she pulls out like 3 of the different longer robe vest things.
Yeah, I'll take it and just sort of hold it against me for a moment, like, this will work great, thank you. How much for this one?
2 silver for that.
Gonna hand her a gold.
Would you like all 3? And she like holds them up.
Like, turn around and look at my backpack, and I'm trying to size it up to see if I could fit like all of them in there, plus what I'm wearing. Like, yeah, maybe all 3 would be a good idea.
She takes off the hanger, folds them up, slides them over to you, and starts counting out some change.
No change. Is there a place that I can change my outfit though?
There's a few small empty huts that people use near the beach for similar reasons.
I kind of survey for a moment. If they're close enough, I'll go over to one, and if not, then I'll just fold them up and stick them in my bag and head towards Luna.
Yeah, they're like a few hundred feet away.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there just yet.
All right. And as their shopping finishes, Ignis would finish his conversation and start walking up. Probably not hard to spot Luna in a crowd.
I'm most
Or-
likely just sitting down somewhere eating my ice cream.
Yeah. I'm guessing I stand out here
A little bit.
like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reaction to it?
Eyes.
Okay.
You notice a few eyes on you as you walk past them.
And this is why I don't leave Flame Tower that often. As I say as I walk up to Luna.
You walk past a child and they don't even try to hide it. They're just staring at you as you walk past.
Of course they are. As he sits down, I just like don't even look up. I just keep eating and just hand him the extra ice cream.
I'll try it. I'll thank you, and then I'll try it. Do I have any adverse reactions to it?
You die. No?
No.
Picture it, just like trying
No,
the
he'll-
peasant food.
No, well, it's freezing
Actually-
cold. I'm fire.
It would be similar to what it would be like if you eat spicy food, I guess. But for you, it's like
Mhm.
ice causing it.
The weird puckered face, like
That's a good taste, though.
So
and
like,
then he'll take another bite.
so from my understanding with this, so is Ignis a being of fire, or is he just like a humanoid that has like fiery hair?
How are fire genasis worded?
Worded? Let's see.
They're worded as your freaky ass daddy decided to have sex with a fire elemental, and you were born.
Descendant from a free the genies of I'm a descendant of the elemental plane of fire.
Mhm. Show their heritage in their skin tones, deep charcoal to shades of red and orange. Skin tones, fiery marks such as slowly swirling lights under their skin that resemble embers. glowing red lines tracing over their bodies like cracks. Hair resembles threads of fire or sooty smoke. So they're not like beings of fire, but they have traits. And because they're of their lineage, you have resistance too, right?
I have fire resistance.
So fire adjacent.
You know, the way I'm interpreting it's almost like you're more akin to the flame, and you're better with heat, but like you're not necessarily like a being of fire.
You could go.
What
I feel like you could go swimming and you won't die.
Yeah,
But, like-
no. But considering the conversation we've had before about what's going to happen,
Mhm.
that's why I'm.
Yeah. So yeah, akin to fire. You it's embedded into you, although it doesn't completely make you up.
Okay. Still same thing, and we'll eat it. You can eat it all the way. And it's just, okay. It's a little interesting on the palate.
Why is it spicy? Looking at Luna like, it's not getting you like this?
Kind of.
It's got that slow cool.
I'm assuming by the time he's already had a second bite, I'm finished with mine.
If they're both standing there eating next to one another, I'm gonna tell them, like, I bought a change of clothes so I don't stand out quite as much. While you two,
Ignis will just look down at himself. I might be doing that for you.
in general, I don't see many people wearing the rags that I'm wearing. So he just kind of give you a nod and gonna walk over to one of the empty huts, and then come back out with the baggy, my arms sticking out, which probably don't help me any, I'm assuming, because they're fucking stone.
Fucking chiseled.
Yeah, so chiseled. And I'm assuming it's probably like a blue robe or something, given everybody here.
You got multiple colors, from like a white to a lightish blue to a deep blue.
Whatever I'm seeing more of, just generally, I'll probably go gravitate towards that color.
And then the light bluish one.
Yeah, that's what I come out wearing. And then I got the hood pulled up, and you'll see that I have the ribbon that I had tied around my arm. I have it wrapped around my wrist right now, and then the leather strap that I got from the village with the air elemental I have underneath that. I don't know if it was leather, but the cloth strap that I tore off of the thing in there. Walk back over and sort of looking at my arms like, I feel exposed.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely stand out less now than you did before. But there is no completely hiding. As he gestures at your arms.
Typically, sleeves do.
Not many of those here, though.
I'm just gonna like look between them and be like, "That's what's he wearing? Isn't he like wearing one of the sleeveless shirts too?"
I have no sleeves.
Yeah.
Except my clothing is more black and bronzish. Or black with bronze accents, I should say. I do have a meeting like I expected with Barros, the elder of Aquaria. I was told he had the range passage to Celesta, and that my uncle said it shouldn't be a problem for you all to join me. But I do have to go to this meeting.
Understood. Thank you.
Will there be food?
I'm not sure. I haven't been to a meeting like this before, have I?
Not one-on-one with an
Yeah.
elder, no.
Yeah, I can't be sure. It's the first time it'll be more impromptu than a planned political event where there's many of people there. However, that's all the way in Aquaria, so we gotta find a way there, which I don't feel would be an issue.
I thought we were on Aquaria.
We're in the islands of Aquaria. We gotta go to the city of Aquaria within the islands of Aquaria.
We're gonna like gesture towards the city that we're like hundreds of feet away from. Like, is this not?
This is Pearl Bay.
So, how do we get to Aquaria then?
Is there like a harbor master around? I could try to find and seek out.
At Pearl Harbor? Whoa.
Pearl Bay.
Yeah. There's near the docks where you first came off.
I'm gonna walk over. Excuse me.
Whoa. You're excused.
Chuckle. I need to get to Aquaria proper. It's told Elder Barros would like to speak with me. Is there a way I could get there?
Oh yeah, he's a friend of mine. I'll phone him up and send his private ship. What do you mean? Elder Barrows wants to talk to you.
If you're phoning him up, tell him it's Ignis Emberfury that needs a ride. Lord Ignis Emberfury.
Ember Fury. Understood. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you.
He goes into his little shack that he has at the edge of the docks and comes out, walks past you, starts heading down some of the docks to where the some ships are already parked. You see him looking up, talking to some of the people, leaning over, heading to the next one, then eventually makes his way back over to you. I personally can't send a private vessel all ready for you.
Doesn't Doesn't need to be a private vessel.
That guy at the edge of the docks in the little scoop over there. He said he doesn't mind taking you for. Is it just you?
Me and 2 others.
For just you, he said a platinum.
I'll go talk to him. Thank you.
Nods and heads back into his shack.
Look at the others. Would you follow me so I can go see if we can talk this price down a little bit?
Okay.
Let's give it
And so we
a
can leave. Start walking that way.
Using my wanderer feet, is there any fresh fruit around here or anything that I can find?
And some of the palm trees, you notice like mangoes and some coconuts.
Sure. As we're walking, I'm gonna just sort of pick up a rock or something off the beach and try to knock something off the tree.
Your wanderer feat says you can just gather it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say you know how to gather it enough that you know where to hit it.
Yeah, so I'll just grab a few of the fruits, and while we're waiting, kind of just hand them over to Luna.
I'm just gonna start like eating them. I'm gonna say thank you and then just eat them quietly as I look around at everything and make sure there's nothing that feels out of the ordinary.
Everything feels out of the ordinary. What are you talking about?
Is Darius' ship's gone?
It's pulled into a different dock. It looks like it's like being maintained at the moment.
Do I see my uncle Darius anywhere?
No.
But your uncle's name is Darius too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the deck of the ship is completely empty.
Okay. I'll continue walking over to the ship. The harbor master pointed me to.
You go see some bigger built guy just in like a tight pair of shorts, no top, no shoes or anything, in the water, swimming around next to it, like grabbing ropes, pulling on it.
You, the captain of this ship?
The captain, the crew, yes.
One man show. Harbor master told me you'd be willing to go to Aquaria proper.
Yeah, you're the fiery one.
Yeah.
The important fiery one. He climbs out of the water. I don't have a problem taking you, but I'm losing out on money if I do. About
Including my
2
friends?
weeks worth. That it'll make things rough, but we can manage.
How long's the trip?
What? 1-2 people on good. About a week there. rough waves, people possibly getting in the way, losing sleep, maybe longer. The ship is meant for two comfortably.
Look back at his friends, eyebrow raised, like pretty much like, what do you think?
Oh, I didn't even assume we were in close enough range to hear you talking.
I wanted you to come with me.
Oh, okay, sure. If that's the case, then I would be standing there. As he says that, I'll say, I don't eat much, and she doesn't take up much space.
He like looks up and down. But does she eat much? And looking at you, you take up a little bit of space, don't you?
From what I've seen, all he needs is a chair.
How big is this dinghy that we're talking about riding on for a fucking
Right?
week?
I'm thinking a rowboat.
It's not a rowboat. It has like a proper sail, but it's like 15 to 20 feet across. There's like on the top side, 10 feet of actual moving space. It goes down half a layer. Most of the space is taken up by a single chair and the navigator's table. Then it turns and it goes down another layer under the main deck. And under there is mainly filled up with mostly barrels and supplies, then a single bed.
Sounds like it fits 4 comfortably.
You would be able to fit 4, but then at that moment you're in the way of things that need to be done. It just makes things a little bit more difficult.
Are there any like larger like vessels here?
A few. There's like, besides the one you guys came in, there's 3 vessels docked, including this vessel that you're in front of.
When do you need to know by?
I'm here sunrise every morning. I leave out, I do my fishing, I come back at sundown.
Understood. I will let you know.
God, I wish I was smarter with this social situation shit.
Why?
Motherfucker wants a platinum, and he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fisherman. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's gouging you because you're a lord, but I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of like what a fisherman would make. He probably makes like 8 copper a day or some shit. He's got a year's worth he's asking for.
Mm-hmm. That's I was like, hang on, I want to talk to this about this. Like, and we're talking a week.
A week for your travel, a week there, and a week back for him. Possibly a week longer there than a week back for him.
We gonna pull some weight if I need to. I'm gonna go back to Darius's ship. Anyone see the other one that looked like me?
A few of the crew look around and point to the larger building that is besides this ship, where people are like trekking in and out of boxes and gear for the ship.
He'll go in, look for his uncle.
go inside, look in few doors, and there's an upstairs that leads to like an overlooking office. One side there's like a window into the warehouse. One side is a window overlooking the ship, and you find him in there.
Is he with the captain?
Yeah,
Are they having a heated argument?
you hear laughing.
Okay. I'll walk upstairs, see if I can catch his attention.
Do you tell us to stay put, or are we following?
Whatever you'd like to do. If you want to follow, I'll say I'm gonna go try to find my uncle, see if I can find other accommodations.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look down to Luna.
Say again?
So I'm just gonna look down to Luna.
What is your uncle going to be able to do that we can't do on our own?
He was the one that told me the elder was looking for me. He might have some information on how to get us there.
Okay, well, let's go hunt down your uncle.
Uh,
Alright,
all
we're
that'll
following.
happen. Yeah. And I'll go upstairs, see if I can get his attention. If I have to knock on the door, I'll knock on the door. But pretty sure I stand out here enough where it might be known.
Yeah, you go upstairs. The door's like cracked halfway open, and you like look inside, and he notices you and waves you in.
You were saying Elder Barros was looking for me. Did you say how to get there?
Like sits back in his chair. You oppose the walking. You could swim. uh, how much money did your family send with you?
Comparatively, not much.
Shame. Yeah. There's a points off in the distance to the west. If you head to the end of the island that way, there's a ferry that goes back and forth between the mainland and this place. You can ask around, see if anyone would be willing.
Thank you. You travel more than I do, so I figured I'd give you an ask.
It's me personally, he like sits up. I would choose to walk because less time on the water is good for us.
My thoughts exactly. Thank you.
Waves you off and leans back in the chair.
Go back. Did you guys follow me all the way upstairs, or you guys?
Yeah, I assume so.
How do you feel about walking?
Can this ship not take us?
This ship's gonna charge us more than a plat a person. I don't know if you heard. My family didn't give me enough money to do that.
How much?
Peek back in the room. Captain, how much for you to take us?
Looks at Darius. Darius looks at Darius, then back at you. I'm afraid we ain't heading in that direction, lad.
Thought I'd check.
Did Uncle Darius just commandeer this vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
I won't do
it
it.
is.
Mm-hmm. I guess we start.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
Early morning.
Okay. We want to spend a day here. We just get going. Mainly looking at Luna because
The sooner we leave here, the sooner we get to Celestia.
very true.
Are we any rush to get there so soon?
Would be nice.
I just have nothing of need here. What would you like to do, little one?
You said it was almost nighttime, right?
No, it's not sunrise, but it's early morning. You guys
Oh.
landed at sunrise.
Okay. And we did all this between then.
Mhm.
I say let's go.
Okay. Walk.
It's a week to get there by boat. I'm sure that's only going to be
2 weeks.
2 weeks to a month to get there on foot. It's
Uh-huh.
fine.
Yep.
So, Sin, hypothetically speaking, is there an ocean floor here?
In some places. There's also an ocean middle.
How long would it take to walk the ocean floor from here to Aquaria?
I must say that's considered rough terrain.
Probably, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
6, 7. If you go in a straight line to Aquaria, you can probably get there a day before the other two going the long way.
Yeah, let's do it. Start walking into the ocean. Like, y'all ain't coming? What's going on?
Leaving the little one by herself.
Just lift her up like this. All right, so we walk.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys grab what little belongings that you managed to keep with you. Walk out of the harbor, away from the city, westwards towards the other side of the island where the ferry is going to take you to the mainland. Lots of beachy sand area sprawled out in front of you, palm trees, seagulls flying overhead, and still the sound of distant waves all around. And that is where we're going to end it.
All right. Just want to say that, like, every day I'm able to find food for up to 5 people. So I'm just going to be looking for all the fruits and shit.
You guys are going to be so sick of like mangoes and bananas and shit. You will not catch scurvy though.
Probably going to have the shits, too. Fucking drinking coconut water and eating raw mangoes all day. It's fucking liquid. But I know that that's what Luna likes. So at this point, like, I'm like, oh, okay. I see this shit here. Edible, that's fine.
Oh, you like fruits? The next day, 30 freaking mangoes piled up.
That's right. I don't know why. It seems kind of specific, but this is about 5 people's worth of fruit right here. Every day I find the same amount. It's just OCD. I'm just like, all right, that's the exact amount I'm doing every time. There are more, but this is the exact amount I bring.
One thing I forgot to mention, you walked into the main warehouse and you seen Ingrid sitting in a corner just on a chair by himself.
That seems like an important detail to mention.
Yeah. Did he say anything to me? Walking in? No. I'll nod at him when I walk in.
He just nods back and it looks like he's waiting.
Well, in that case, then when we're leaving, I'll say to Ignis, is your manservant coming with us?
He's been reassigned. Is all I was told.
But you said he follows you because he chooses to. Does he not get a say in this?
It didn't. You say it came from my father or my mother?
Your father. Orders came from your father, then your uncle and sister argued that you didn't need anyone.
Okay. Yeah. He does some things because he's ordered. He does others because it's his choice. He was ordered by my father to do whatever he's going to do next. And they left me by myself.
What happened to the dude that I broke his arm?
He was one of the first ones off the ship running into town. Arm flopping in the wind.
With that 21 I rolled, did I see him anywhere?
You notice someone catch your gaze, then immediately run away.
I'm like, guys, we need to take a little detour. What's an extra day, right? Also, I looked it up. So, depending on this fucking motherfucker that's trying to rip us off for a platinum, right? Depending if you consider him to be a unskilled laborer or a laborer, this motherfucker makes between 12 and 120 gold a year! A year! He makes 12 platinum a year! This dude's like, yeah, I need a platinum for 2 weeks of not being able to sell my fish.
Well,
man!
technically it would be 2 up to 4 weeks, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. And the waters aren't all calm here. The further you go from land, the more like the ocean they would be. And he's in a little dinghy. And I would say he's a very skilled laborer.
Okay.
He's a Triton. He is pretty good in the water.
If he's a skilled laborer, that'd be 12 platinum a year that he makes. So if we keep him out for a month, then that would be on par with what he would have made.
And then, even at that, he'd still make a day's worth of work. He gets it within a day of land.
Uh-huh. He's lucky Lumino don't understand things. You're all lucky Lumino doesn't understand things. Well,
Would it be breaking
Ignis
you out
isn't
of jail?
lucky. What's that?
Would we be breaking you out of jail?
I mean, that's still not out of the realm of possibilities. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that jail's where he'll be headed. You have to break him out of the morgue. Cool. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. TikTok was kind of litty today. We got 266 likes. That's like the most that I've had on a live so far. So
Some interaction there too.
yep, okay interaction. And we got 126 viewers and 266 likes, which I wanted to check before because I know, like yesterday we had some, but I didn't see how much it was. So I looked this time. But yeah, so next week we will be having this game. Are we doing it on Friday? Are we doing it on? Okay. So next Friday, 8 p.m. will be episode 5 of this. So it's going to be a little bit of a change to the current cadence. And then the following Friday, the 13th, we'll be back with another Adventures from Amethyl. But then that Saturday, the 14th, will be episode 5. So 3 weeks in a row that Sin has to DM. I want everybody to feel for him for these 3 weeks in a row.
You've been doing it for 27 now?
I'm about saying, just slip that in there that we're going to be on episode 27 of... But no, cool. Thanks everybody hanging out. Let me see if I'm going to raid out or not real quick. For the Twitch folk. If you're not on Twitch, you can probably just stop watching. Because there's no fancy raid out anywhere else. So, sorry. But for Twitch...
Forgot there's not our usual people because it's not Friday.
Yeah. Behold Roleplay's on. They've only been on for 37 minutes. Okay, we got to jump on this. We got to strike while the iron is hot. We're very, very little risk of them quitting soon. So if you're on Twitch, we're going to raid out. If you're on YouTube or TikTok, thanks for hanging out. Have a great night. And yeah, see you next week. So, bye.